Hello Capricorn, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Capricorn is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Capricorn, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And this is the Princess of Cups. This is dream. This is fantasy. This is imagination. This is someone who can take their dream and make it a reality, right? So, Capricorn, I think you're somebody that has a lot of dreams. You know, I think literally, but I think also in kind of the figurative way, right? You've got a lot of these very exalted aspirations in life. Yeah. And I think maybe you're taking one of these and you're starting to work toward it. And it could be dreams from childhood, things in life that you've always wanted to do, these things that we think, one day, you know, or only if life were different, then maybe I could do this or that or something else. I feel like you're taking one of those and you're doing something with it right now, right? I kind of feel like the universe is providing you a space right now to do that. Let's put this into some context. Let's see what else is going on. There's that devil energy. There's the drive to do that. There is the commitment, the ambition. That's that creative driving force to climb up that mountain. And guess what, Capricorn? That's your power card. So I feel like I'm onto something here. I think the universe is creating a space for you to take one of these many dreams that you have inside of you and work on building. Then we have the Prince. Look at that. Okay, I've got to show you. The Capricorn energy, right, is fire of earth. You're the cardinal earth sign, right? Fire and earth. And this card is all about fire and earth. It's all about just taking this will and manifesting it. Nothing else matters, right? Shout out to Metallica there. We also have that here demonstrated in these princes. Fire and earth. Prince of Wands, Prince of Pentacles. This represents that creative force. This represents that drive. And you know what? These are the princes of these cards, of these suits, you know? So this is the commitment. Not only do you have this driving force that says, I'm ready to climb a mountain, but you have the ability to endure, to sustain that level of power and commitment and excitement for the long term. So you've got some extra special energy right now, I've got to say. And I think the universe is creating space for you to focus on one of these dreams. Make it a reality. Bring it from inspiration to manifestation. Yeah? I wonder what this card's going to be. Success. 6. See, now we've got 6 of Wands and 6 of Pentacles. Fire and earth again. Fire and earth here, fire and earth here, fire and earth here. All based on this water, all based on this dream, right? On this lofty aspiration. This is, I don't even know what to say. This is unbelievable. I think this is fate. And I think you're going to be very, very surprised. Let's see what we've got over here. Fire, fire, a little bit of air, and a little bit more air. You're going to be very, very surprised by this. I think the universe is giving you this, the universe is giving you a chance here to take one of these dreams that you have. And I think you have a lot of these things like hopes and wishes and aspirations, these really big, grand, huge, unbelievably great goals. And I feel, because of this air energy, we've got a 3 and a 9 of swords, right? Not very good cards. But I feel like those are there to kind of say that, you know, you've had all of these dreams and goals, and I think that for a long time you've been saying, oh, it's not meant for me. You know, it's kind of like we have all of these, but we just keep them tucked away. Yeah. I think the universe now is saying, no, fire and earth, fire and earth, fire. Don't let this rain on your parade. Don't let this air energy, don't let this doubt creep in. Okay? Don't let this doubt creep in. And I think really with the 9 of swords here in the final outcome position, that is, in a way, I think that is you really coming to this realization that it's like you're manifesting this dream almost in spite of yourself, you know? That we really have to just kind of say, gosh, I always kind of put myself last. I always sacrifice my goals, my dreams, my wishes. I always have these kinds of thoughts and these doubts and stuff, and I don't know why I do that, because you're doing some great stuff right here. Right? So it's kind of like we recognize this part of ourselves, and it almost feels like it's a different self, you know? So I think the 9 of swords in this position is actually a very good card, and we're going to talk about the light of this card, the positive qualities of this card. Okay, let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. It's going to go right here, Tiny Bob Ross, right on top. And now we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during this discourse you have a hunch about that card, put it down in the comments. Let's do it together as a group exercise. All right. Looking around the room here, we realize that the only major arcana card we have is you, yours, your time, your power. This is a time for you, Capricorn, to be very, very selfish. Okay? But we see with the 6 of Wands here, now I have to also put a caveat on that. You're being very selfish. You're putting your goals first. That this is no longer a time for you to sacrifice your aspirations, your goals in life, right? You have your heart set on all of these wonderful things in life, that now it's time for you to just do it. Be selfish. But, of course, we see the 6 of Wands in the future position. We know that you are, the selfishness that we're advocating here is not isolating you from the world. This is something that is ultimately going to be better for the people around you anyway, right? This is something that if you succeed, well, you're bringing all your friends with you. You know, when you achieve your goals, it's not just going to be you at the top of the mountain all by yourself like a lonely goat, right? That you are, you have this sense of teamwork. You have this sense of like, if I win, we all win. And, you know, if I can rise, then I'm bringing everybody up with me. So your achievements, if anything, they inspire the rest of us, right? But I think your achievements are also benefiting the other people that are close to you in your life, okay? Capricorn, I don't feel that you've had an easy life, right? I feel like you're a very hard worker. I feel like you have a very artistic side to yourself, but it hasn't really been unleashed. It hasn't really been realized yet, right? Or it has at one point, but not so much currently. Yeah. These are good cards. Fire, 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 earth, earth. Of course, your Capricorn energy, that's earth energy. Got a little bit of water. We've got our air. And the air is challenging, right? The air is challenging, especially the 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords tells me that you kind of have this history of of putting yourself toward the back of the line, you know, letting other people go first. And it's really this self-sacrificing kind of energy. And I feel as if you've kind of always put your dreams on hold because you've had other people that you've had to take care of, other people that needed you, other people that you were kind of giving the boost to, right? That's part of your Six of Wands. I feel like you're running a marathon, right? And you're right up in front, right? You're at the front of the line. The finish lines are right there in front of you. You stop. You stop short. You stop an inch away from the finish line. You're miles ahead of everybody else. You stop. Why? You turn around and you're cheering everybody else on. You're throwing a rope to the people that are back there. You're running back to the back of the marathon and you're picking up somebody who's fallen down and you're taking them to the front. You could easily have kicked everybody's butt, right? But you're giving everybody else the boost. You're helping everybody else get across the finish line first, you know? And then you kind of, you know, you walk in somewhere at the end or toward the back or in the middle or whatever. And that's really this kind of self-sacrificing teamwork kind of energy, but it's time for you to have a little bit of putting yourself first. This is the chance, this is the opportunity now. And I think this is fate. I really do. I feel like this is your time to get across that finish line first. It's your time to have this dream and this thing that you've always wanted to do in life. Do it. Put that energy first. Set your goals really, 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 really high. Set your expectations off the charts and go for it. Yeah. Because I feel like you've sacrificed a lot for other people in your life. I feel like you've had a difficult life. And I kind of feel that you have been helping other people overcome their problems, their challenges, right? I don't know if you volunteer somewhere or if you're some sort of, maybe you're in healthcare or maybe you're in some sort of, I don't know what it is. I almost feel like a motivational kind of speaker, or not even that really, but like, I don't know if you're involved in maybe it's a religious organization. But I feel like you're talking to people in a way that's helping them and motivating them and raising them up, lifting them up, while you stay rather humble and modest. And you're doing something for others who are struggling. Here's the Seven of Wands in the position of the environment. And so you're an advocate for somebody or for a group of people or something like this, right? You put the needs of the many before the needs of one, you're one, right? That's what I'm feeling here, especially, I mean, just with all of these cards. And of course, the nine of Swords at the end, it just says, yeah, that's who I am, and I can't change who I am. So we've got to find a way to be okay with that, to accept who we are, right? Accept your skills, your talents, your tendencies, and the nature of your soul and your powers and your skills and all this thing, and apply all of that toward this dream of yours, whatever that dream is. The Prince of Wands back here. This is really the commitment. This is you show up every day, and we've got we've got the Prince of Pentacles and the Prince of Wands. It's not like anybody has forced you to live the life that you're leading. You have a commitment to other people. You have a sense of responsibility. You show up for other people. You're there to help other people, right? It's part of who you are. And there's a particular thing happening right now. I don't know what exactly it is, if it is some sort of a religious thing or some kind of a spiritual organization, if it's a work thing, if it's maybe it's at church, maybe it's at home. Maybe it is some sort of a volunteer work that you do or some sort of maybe a medical field thing. But I feel like you're showing up every day helping people do something. You know, if you're volunteering to rebuild something or, you know what I mean? You're there to offer your help to raise up this group. Yeah. to help. It's like you're helping this group of people overcome their challenges right now. And it's something specific. I don't know if I feel like you're helping rebuild something. Yeah. We do have the card of the builder up here, and I feel like you are the builder. I feel like anything you apply yourself to is going to be very, very successful. And you're the type of person that very much fights for the underdog, right? You're the one that is going to help lift other people up, like I've been saying. And more earth energy underneath everything. Another 6, You like being part of a team. You like being part of a group. This, I think, is your ability to work well with others, I think. You have this leadership ability. You have this intense drive. You have this creativity. But it works really well with others, It's not like you just kind of come in and take over and dominate something and everybody's like, oh gosh, here comes Capricorn. No, it's very much like your energy and your skill and your hard-working strength is very much welcome. You really mesh well with others right now, right? Maybe it hasn't always been that way, but right now you do. And I think that this is kind of, this is the foundation, this is the starting point where you have to kind of venture out on your own and pursue this thing for you, for yourself. Okay? And I think you're going to be very surprised at how difficult it is for you to be a little selfish. Right? But we see with that 6 of Wands, again, this isn't a selfishness where you're just abandoning other people and you're stepping over people to get what you want. That's not you. Okay, it's not like that. But this is your dream. This is your Princess of Cups. And honestly, the Princess of Cups kind of got lost back here behind all this other energy, right? And that's the problem. Oh yeah, there it is. There's your aspiration. There is your highest kind of dream and hope and wish for life. The universe is creating a space for you to do that now. And I think you're going to be getting the assistance that you're usually offering other people. I feel kind of like even these people around you that you've been helping, they're kind of there to say, hey, we're all here to help you now. We're here to help you get where you want to be. It's kind of the returning the favor in a way, right? But you have to know what this is. This is kind of that thing. What is this for you? What is this for you? We're going to move to the path of the serpent now and talk about these. These are kind of challenging cards, right? 5, 7, 3, 9. They're all odd-numbered cards. They are all kind of active functions or behaviors, right? Over here, we kind of have the stable 6s. It's just like, this is the kind of, we're in this good routine here. We're in this good cooperative, it's like if things aren't broke, why would we try to fix something? This is working, this is really good. But this is the kind of, this is a little bit of that selfishness. We've got to figure out where we want to be. So then we kind of kick in that 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands is that devil card, your power card, your superpower. Now figuring out what it wants to reach out and grab. What are you after, right? So now I feel like you're kind of experiencing this hunger. You've been feeding everybody else. Now you're hungry, okay? And when you get really, really, really hungry, it kind of doesn't matter what you eat. Everything looks good, right? My wife and I were just talking about that. Sometimes we go to a Chinese buffet, And the Chinese buffets are really, really good when you're really, really hungry. Went there the other day with some family, and I wasn't all that hungry. And I just, it wasn't that fun. It was fun to be with family and everything, but I didn't feel that hunger. Nothing really sounded good. All that food, I was just like, let's have a little bit of rice and some vegetables, and I'm okay. But if you're really, really hungry, everything looks appetizing, okay? And this is something that we have to try to regulate because sometimes, and that's why it's a 5. And the 5, I think, shows that we know how to use the knob on the stove. We know how to turn it up to 10, and we know how to dial it back a little bit. We know how much we want to eat when we're absolutely starving. It's like somebody that hasn't had water in a long time. They're going to want to guzzle water. They say, don't do that. They say, just take little sips, right, to get used to it. And so I think this is kind of you easing into this energy of satisfying your needs now, your dreams, your goals, your hopes and wishes, going after what you need in life. Okay? The universe is kind of giving you permission to do this, even though you're kind of saying, no, I'm not sure if I need that. But we need to look at that 9 of Swords, because this is that brutal honesty. Okay? This is the honesty. This is a card that is saying maybe you have been, and I don't really know how to talk about this exactly, because I said we were going to look at the positive qualities of the 9 of Swords. It's honesty. It's the truth, even though the truth sometimes hurts, right? But it seems to be suggesting that there is a deeper reason why we've been putting everybody else first. Something has happened in your life that I feel like, I don't know if you're punishing yourself for it or if you're trying to make up for it, but I feel like there's a deep reason why we are stuffing our dreams down in the corner and saying, I need to help everybody else first. I need to save everybody else before I save myself, right? You know, they say in an airplane, you're supposed to put your own oxygen mask on first and then everybody else's. You're the one that is putting on everybody else's oxygen mask, but not your own. And there's a reason why you feel that you have to do that. And I don't know what that reason is, and I don't want to speculate. This card is the realization of why that is. Okay? And that's the positive side of this card, is that we're seeing something that we really need to see that's going to make all the difference. And maybe this is going to surprise you. Maybe when you realize, gosh, yeah, I have been doing that, and now I know why. And now we can focus on this. Now this becomes activated. Okay? So the 7 of Wands in the position of the environment, yes, it is. It's a challenge for you to put yourself in front of the rest. See, we have the 6 of Wands, and then now we've got this other wand that kind of is separating itself out from the group, right? And that's kind of what a 5 does too. The 5 goes off in a different direction. It breaks this harmony. We got that 6, and then of course we got a 5 on one side. I guess it should be that way. We've got a 5 on one side and a 7 on the other. So we really like that harmony. We don't like being outside. We don't like being out of phase, right? We don't like this leaning to one. We don't like the imbalance. We want to be just right in this middle thing. Everything is just groovy, right? Over here, we're standing out. Over here, we're standing out. And it feels like you're at odds with the group. Well, you're not. Just because you're doing something for yourself, just because you're taking care of your own needs, does not mean that you're against everybody else. See, that's black and white thinking. That's saying I'm either part of the whole, part of the team. I'm either in this connected community, or I'm an outcast, an outsider, right? It's either I devote everything I have to everybody else, or I just take for myself, gimme, 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 stepping over everybody else to get to the top. But that's not what it is. So we have to be comfortable, kind of being separate from the whole a little bit, being an individual, right? That you're more than just a member of the team. You're more than just a servant of others, a servant of this harmony. Okay, or this harmony here. But what I always say is that we always strive for this harmony, this 6 of Wands, or the 6 of any suit, really. And sometimes we lean into a 7 where things are just very difficult. We feel like we just can't win. You know, we feel like it's us against the world. We feel like the odds are too great. There's no way I can do this. And we lean in sometimes into a 5 where I feel like the odds are in my favor. There's nothing I can't accomplish. I am invincible. Well, the truth is somewhere in the middle. And, you know, we kind of, we can look at that from that perspective, right? With the 7 being that you are merely a servant of the whole, and there's nothing that you're going to be able to do for yourself. There's nothing that you can accomplish, right? And then, of course, the other end of that, which is the 5, which says, I am not going to be part of that group. I am going out on my own, and screw these people. I'm going to step over everybody's head to get to the top, right? Well, the reality is somewhere in the middle. This is I can do everything. This is I can do nothing. Okay, and this is where we want to be, right in the middle. We want to be right in this balance that says, you know, I'm being selfish, but also selfless. See, this is kind of selfless, and this is a little bit selfish, and this is that harmony in the middle, you know. And I feel like we have to get out of this either or black and white thinking, that either I am nothing if I'm not serving the whole, or I am everything and I'm not part of any other whole. I'm not part of a group. I'm not part of the world or the universe, right? And that's really something that the Devil card is always warning us about, because it's lonely at the top, right? This is that ambition that says, I don't need anybody else. I'm climbing this mountain all by myself. This could be a very isolating energy, right? And that's, I think, what we don't want. And I think there's a clue there for you. Why this isolation is something that is so adamantly avoided for you. And yeah, we don't want to isolate ourselves, but I feel like you're going the opposite end of that extreme, where it's almost like you're never alone, right? There's something that's been going on with you, and I think it's something from your past, something with that 3 of Swords, which this is your history, this is your memory. There's something that you went through in life that has led you to what we've been talking about anyway. I don't want to go over it again. Let's look at the mystery card. Yeah, but I do want to emphasize that this is the universe giving you this opportunity now to have this realization and to focus on this goal and do the thing for yourself. What is your highest dream and hope and wish and aspiration? Go after it. Okay. Let's look at the mystery card. Maybe it'll be the Devil card again, your power card. I want to see another major arcana energy. It doesn't matter much what it is, but I want to see something else. I want to see maybe the Empress, maybe the World, maybe the Judgment card. Yeah, let's just see what we got. 9 of Wands. This is good. This is, I think, part of this revelation for you, right? First of all, this card is showing tremendous strength. You have such power and such strength in you. You can endure anything. You have weathered every type of storm, right? You and nothing knocks you down. Nothing defeats you. You are a rock, and I think that you've been a rock for everybody. And this card is kind of saying that you have suffered and endured for the sake of someone else or a group of other people for long enough. It's time for you now to heal from that and move away from this place. You've been standing here by this fence or whatever for a long time, and you've been getting the brunt of every storm, protecting whoever or shielding whoever. You've been right there at the front, and you've been taking all of the hits. It's time for you to get the heck out of there, right? Energetically. You've endured enough, and of course we have the 9 and the 9, so there is a connection there, and this is something that I think it might come as a bit of a shock or a surprise to you to realize that this is what's been going on. And now this is the fate. This is the universe creating this opportunity for you to climb your mountain, pursue your dreams and hopes and wishes and aspirations. You don't have to sit here and and weather the brunt of all of these storms anymore, right? Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Capricorn Thursday and Sunday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Let me know how you're doing. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.